Hey folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Punch Club 2 Fast Forward. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 20 bucks. So I've only spent the last 4 hours playing this game, so this isn't going to be a full-blown review, more so just the first impressions. I'll tell you what the game's like, and you can decide whether or not you want to pick it up for yourself. There's both normal and easy difficulty settings, and in case you're wondering, there is no stat decay. In the first game, the game only had stat decay until they patched in an easier mode without stat decay. Stat decay is simply, will your strength, agility, and stamina skills sort of falter over time, forcing you to train in just one or two skills and focus on those particular skills. That way you just keep them going up while the other one takes a hit. In this game, there is no stat decay. You'll keep your stats no matter what, which is great, but I will warn you, it is a grind. A lot of the game is managing your health, your food, your sleep. You have to manage your money because you have to buy food. Just like the first game, you're going to be running around town trying to get all of these things done. To make matters worse, your mother, you actually played the role of the son of the hero from the first one. And he's nowhere to be found, and you're kind of looking for him in this game. The mother, who's sort of just a deadbeat on the couch, not a druggie, but a deadbeat on the couch, she will not let you do anything like in the living room during a certain time of the day because she wants to sleep. It's a it's a funny situation. You'll recognize some characters, like there's a Pooh's shop where you can buy food, but he's this giant head on a table. It's a very like dystopian future kind of thing. I don't know how I feel about the theme. I'm fine with it. You're gonna have to manage your time. You can take a bus around town, which costs money, or you can just run around town in order to get to different places. Like in the other game, you'll be able to train with Silver in the gym. Of course, he takes on the role of his own special NPC because it's a futuristic thing. Yeah, you can see what I'm talking about right here. What's upgraded since the last game is the fight system, really. You'll be able to choose what skills to use and in what order you use them, or just not use any at all and regain energy. So it's kind of cool. So like you might have 3 attack skills. So you could do like an attack and then nothing to regain energy, and then another attack. It's up to you. Stamina is very important in this game when you're fighting. The training area is also different. Rather than being equipment all over the place that you can train, you just walk into this neuro trainer device. You pick the skill that you want to train, you spend some money, and bam, done. Now there's still like a decay there where the more you use a particular type of training, the worse it gets. Like in the first game, you have to sort of give it a break and then come back to it later. That's represented by unhappy faces and happy faces next to that training mode. Other things around town, there's various places to work, 3 of them, and each one offers a different skill to train up as you work. So Bobo's slime factory, for example, will train endurance. And what's cool is the more you work in a location, you can actually take promotions, which raises your reputation for that faction and gives you more money every time you work there. So the more you work at a place, the more you'll get promoted. These promotions typically have some kind of special job that you need to do. There's also a place called Henry's House. He's like your neighbor. And you're going to be buying these tapes from a Pooh, these old, I guess, VHS tapes. And they're like, they're references to movies like, you know, Sylvester Stallone's Rocky. And in this case, it's Stony. But by watching these movies, you actually earn special skill points, which I'll get to in a minute. So like I said, there's reputation, you have an actual inventory system to manage, you can only carry so much, but there are upgrades to that. You'll be getting various buffs and debuffs as you play. Like I said, there's no stat decay. And the very first part of the game is just leveling up something called good person points, I think it's called, just by winning fights. By winning fights, you'll just progress the game. There's also different types of fighting in this game. Like in the last game, there was a strength-based one, agility-based one, endurance-based one. In this game, by working at a particular job enough, you unlock that particular fight school. As you do your fighting, you'll get these very good person points, whatever they're called, and you'll be able to take various skills and equip them into your fight, much like the first one. Like I said, you can watch these movies as well. They unlock their own little special bonuses. The Stony movie, for example, unlocks 3 of them. Hits Like Life, for example. I love the little references in this game. But sometimes these things will increase your effectiveness when training a particular thing. So you can level up. And there's 3 other different things that I have not leveled up yet. There's also like a little quest log that you'll be able to sort of track your progress. You can see what you're currently missing so far. Again, I'm only in the first part of the game. I still have to get past that. There is a sewer system in this game, kind of like the first one, but this is a bit more fleshed out. There's actually an actual map, and you have to spend time walking around if you want to fast travel. There's like a lot of places to visit in the sewer. I haven't gotten everywhere yet, but I've met a couple of shady characters and received some various things, which I don't want to spoil. I'm trying not to spoil a whole lot. But yeah, your goal is in this game just manage your stats. In fact, I'd hesitate to use the word idle clicker, but essentially that's what you're doing. You're going to be doing a lot of walking around, waiting, and managing. Manage your money, manage your food, manage your energy. And try and do it during times where your mother's not going to complain about what you're doing in the living room at that point in time. Like I said, I think my favorite part is the whole promotions thing. It actually, rewards you for being at a job for a long time, and I like that. And I like the little references. I have not unlocked everything in this game. I also love that you can now customize your fight to some degree. So you could pick the Taekwondo skill once you unlock it, but the skills that you pick for that fight will determine other buffs that you get. Like the Taekwondo, and I'm not, it's not exactly Taekwondo. It's something similar sounding. But in order to get the most out of that fight skull type, you have to use skills of that type. Otherwise, you will not gain the benefits of that type. So, like the Taekwondo, for example, has this high kick skill that you unlock. So as long as you use that, you'll unlock extra passive buffs that your character will get to use during a fight. So it behooves you, if you get a particular fight school, to use all of the skills of that fight school, all of the moves of that fight skill, in order to get your passive stuff too. I really like that. It sort of ramrods you into a particular type of fighting, but still. As far as difficulty is concerned, I really haven't had any complaints so far. Again, I've only played the game for about 4 hours, but I haven't lost a fight yet, which is fine. But like I said, the game may ramp up later on. I simply don't know yet. Do I recommend this game at this point in time? For $20, yes, but you have to be aware of what you're getting. Definitely, my advice is play the first Punch Club. If you enjoy play the first Punch Club on the no stat decay. If you enjoy that, going around town and managing your character, then by all means get this one too. It's still the same game. It's sort of just like a Punch Club 2.0, which is exactly what a sequel's supposed to be. There are some remnants of the old game in here, but there's also some new things that keep things fresh. And I'm really curious to see where this character is going to go. There's also a happiness meter that you have to worry about. By watching movies with your neighbor or sparring with Silver at the gym, you can keep your happiness up and going. Just a lot of little stats other than your 3 main stats. Hunger, you need to worry about your hunger, your energy, and that. If you don't mind constantly worrying about your health and all that stuff, then by all means pick this up. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Just beware. It can be a bit grindy. It is a bit grindy. But then again, I think the developers did that on purpose because they took out the stat decay. So there you go. That was Punch Club 2. I do look forward to playing more. First impressions are very good. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.